Welcome back to my round 4 game of GP Ottawa. I'm playing against El Makino, who's on a graveyard heavy deck. I think the deck can bring back a bunch of chump blockers constantly, so I'm not actually looking for this matchup. They're on the play too, which is not great for me. Alright, so this hand's really good if I'm gonna keep, but like, Okay, I'm on the draw. I can probably top deck a land eventually. How many times have I said that before I ultimately get punished for keeping a one-lander? But, like, this hand does go places if it gets going. And, like, the verdicts are good because they have a bunch of creatures that come back from graveyard, so if I can exile them, then I'm pretty happy. And, I mean, yeah, they're thinking about what to do on their turn 1. Yeah, they have a bunch of cards that let them draw and discard, and they have the Firebird that comes back if you draw a second card each turn. I think I'm just hoping to get a fast enough start that I don't have to worry about whatever El Makino is doing. I can just execute my own plan. Rapid Summit, and what's the turn 1 play? They're discarding turn 1, and they discard Eternal Doomborn, which comes back immediately to hand. Okay, good. It doesn't go onto the field. Alright, I did draw my second land. Wonderful. Anyways, here's Founding Hero. Can you deal with that? If you can't, then I'm very happy. If you can, then I'm less happy. But, I mean, that's just something I have to hope that they don't have an answer to. Okay, Daydream. Actually, what main deck answers do they have to my creatures? They don't have any main deck answers to... Yeah, they have no main deck removal, so... They Daydream, they discard their hand, draw 2 cards, they get back Eternal Doomborn again. But, like, they're just spinning in their wheels right now, so they're not doing anything super threatening. But then again, they can be super explosive. Oh. Well, never mind. Literally Triton is great here. They also didn't draw their second land. But yeah, really nice that I top deck my second land because now it lets me activate Founding Hero's Civilized ability on turn 2 with the lance. And yeah, well, let's see if you can deal with this in a turn because like you die next turn if you can't deal with this. Have fun, big goof. Yeah, I agree. You can whack me for 5, but I whack you for 10. I think El Makino now is just gonna drop a bunch of chump blockers. They have to be small chump blockers though, because yeah, they don't have a chump blocker for that. Okay, well that was a really nice game 1 for me. Full sideboard though, I think the matchup gets worse for me because they have removal in the board, right? No, they don't have removal in the board. All right, I'm very happy. Only answer they have to aggro is Hungry Cult, which I can attack past. Is Heraldry good? Actually, is Mercantile Quartz good? What are the costs of their stuff? It's all 1s and 2s. But the problem is that Mercantile Quartz comes down late enough that it probably doesn't do enough. Yeah, so Lily Triton, as we've seen, was really good. Most of your guys can't block. I think I'm fine with keeping Ring of Souls in the board. Yifang Hu, does that do anything? Kind of stops them for a turn. Maybe I bring that in. Anyway, Thailand exiled their small stuff, which actually isn't that good because a lot of the stuff that comes back doesn't actually get exiled by Thailand. So yeah, I'll just not bring that in. I guess I'm just not boarding then, which that's fine, right? Like they don't cast enough relevant spells for Mercantile Quartz to be good, right? I mean, Conscription isn't great, but yeah, I'll just run this back. And let's see. Great starting hand. I have Slaffield, Workgate, and Chronicles. So I can start doing the Slaffield, the actual thing that the deck is named after, which is Slaffield, Workgate plus Chronicles, because, Ox, Fox, Ox, Fox. And they have Monkey out to mulligan twice, so that's very good for me. They keep a 5-hander, or they keep a 5-carder. They can do something pretty explosive, though, so I might have to be slightly worried. Do I play Slaffield or Chronicles first? I think I play Chronicles first because it gets something onto the board. Oh, well, Firebird turn 1. Yeah, well, 2 Chronicles. Turn 1, I can go. So turn 1 Chronicles, turn 2 Slaffield Chronicles. Sorry, 4 things on board. Turn 3 activate Chronicles. Swing with everything. Or actually, no, the turn 2 Seafunk will just screw them for a turn. So in that case, do I go Slaffield first? No, I don't think Slaffield. I don't think I should play Slaffield first, even though I do get an extra Oxen. I think having a Fox ready to attack on turn 2 is probably better than having an extra token that doesn't do anything until I pump enough mana in order to buff it. Okay, so they do get their second land this game. Let's see if they can do anything super crazy. For most part, they do need non-creatures to do stuff, right? Like, their creatures don't really do much. They'd rather discard their creatures. Okay, Grant to Repose. Yeah, that makes sense. That lets them wheel themselves. Oh, I guess Reef Crown's coming back this turn, which is kind of scary because that thing's quite big, but on the other hand, I have a Vertical Council, which deals with it permanently. Let's see how many things they... Putrid Lurker? Well, they can't bring it back right now. Anyways, Reef Crown comes back, but like it's only a 5/4, so I'm fine with that thing being in play. And now that Reef Crown's down, that thing doesn't have trample, so I should just be spamming the board with chump blockers until I can verdict it, I guess. Yeah, I can go turn 2, Slapfield Chronicles, turn 3, Verdict, turn 4, Shifanhu activate. That seems like a nice curve. Yeah, sure, I'll go for that then. And I mean, no point in attacking with these guys because they're just gonna get eaten up by the Reef Crown. So somehow I'm playing the defensive role here. Like if they try to swing out at me, I just activate Chronicles and I swing back pretty hard. Actually, just next turn I play Verdict on the this. I don't know how to pronounce this guy. I'll just call him the Reef Crown. I play Verdict, get rid of this guy, and swing with all my guys who are buffed. They're still spinning their wheels with gentle repose. Okay, that's fine. They bring back another Firebird. Okay, that's getting slightly concerning because these guys are actually attacking him for a decent chunk of damage. They're also at 14, so if I buff these guys, I think they actually just swing in for a bunch too. Yeah, like they swing in with Reef Crown. I chump. Next turn I play Verdict, get rid of this guy. Swing in with my guys. They take 7 unless they play a blocker. Their small guys can't block, so I'm not worried. Are they not attacking with Reef Crown? I guess they don't want to trade it with the Foxes. Are they not attacking? Okay, sure. I guess I'll just take 2 then. That thing's getting removed next turn, so you kind of lose out by not attacking with it. Okay, they get to cycle again. And now they actually get to get back their Putrid Lurker because I have enough mana to pay for it. But again, they can't block, so I mean, it's not really going to be helpful against my aggro horde. And it seems like, yeah, it's a pretty easy game for me. I mean, do they have a way to deal with this? Because if they don't, then yeah, they can't block any of these guys. So I'm just going to send a horde at them. Everyone, right? Yeah. They take 8. And let's see if they have an answer to this board. I doubt they do because like they need a board wipe here and they don't run board wipes. Yeah, somehow this matchup is actually a lot easier than I thought because their guys can't jump block me because they can't block. I can just swing through with my guys. Alkill did do a lot of wheeling this game though. I guess both games. No, the first game they lost way too quickly. But this game at least, like they played 2 gentle reposes, but like they accessed them, so and bleeding aces too. They drew a lot of cards. And it seems like they're about to draw more cards. What? Another gentle repose? Oh, that's their 3rd gentle repose right now, right? Oh, Amethyst. Okay, I see. I mean, they still die to Chronicles activation, but at least it looked really impressive. Like the amount of cards they managed to churn through. They're already at 35 cards in deck, and I'm only at 50. That's 3 Eternal Doomboards to hand. Man. Actually, yeah, if Firebird swings and hits me, then they get to repose again, and then they get to wheel 6 because they got all of those Doomborns back. They're going to swing out with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. I take 7. I want to take 7. They have no answers to my board, right? Like, do we have any burst? I don't think so. So yeah, I can just take 7 and be alright with that. Anyways, commence the wheeling. Did they play a land this turn? Yeah, they're 1 land ahead of me, so yes, I don't think they play a land drop this turn, which means they can bleeding aces afterwards if they really want to, which gets even more discard. They're already at 29 cards in deck. Man, that's a lot of draw power. And they have to pay life for Sunlight Highlands. Yep, GG. Well then, that was fast. But that does mean that I'm 3-1, which means I'm not out of contention yet. So if I win next round, then I get the top cut in this GP. But yeah, that was a quick game, and I guess I'll see you next round.